Press this one.
Fuck me. Sorry, fellas. All right. This one's good. This one's good.
Hey. There you go, guys.
Hey.
There we go.
Yeah. So let's recap what we just talked about.
All right. So we got to redo the last 2 hours. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome in. I'm Gage.
Welcome to the internet, fam.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
What's up? Hey, how we doing?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Banks.
What's up? What's up?
PowWow back in the studio.
Yeah.
My guy AI.
We're here. We'll
We'll recap the last 2 hours real quick.
Right.
We were talking about
These.
Yep. Blocks. Oh yeah, I was trying to get the sponsorship. We're definitely not going to get it on this one, so let's not even promote those today.
Yeah, right. Next week we got you. We got you. They taste good though. So.
Talked about people robbing my store.
Oh yeah, we can skip that too.
Yeah, that's fun, bro.
Yeah, no one heard that one.
You guys didn't hear the story? I'll tell you guys in person.
Yeah, no, that's probably a better thing that we didn't share.
Who day, baby? Who day?
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason, right?
Dude, tell everybody over there. Thank you for telling us, man.
Yeah, appreciate you.
And anyone that wants to come in, man, we got a street team discount code for you guys, so we'll give you 10% off anything in the store for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but we were just talking Bengals and the playoff game coming up with the Chiefs and everything that happened with the defense against the Bills and the Hamlin situation about him being at the game.
Jamar Chase
conspiracy.
Yeah. The bobbled catch, but
I mean, it's just not that one though. There's been other catches that he's had that that they've turned over.
Like that's the thing is like
when we played the Steelers,
it feels like the Bengals just get targeted for things that we should not be punished for. We should just be treated like any other team. I know we're a small market. That's the issue. Mm-hmm. It's just we're such a small market. We have a ton of fans.
What does that mean though? A small market? Because like what does it take to become a big market? Sports fans? Because we got fans all over Canada.
We do. We have like more fans. Burrow has created a fan base way beyond our even reach here. I think the small market thing is like the Colts. They're a small market. The Jaguars are a small market.
But how do you get to become a big market? Somebody like Joe Burrow?
I think it's more of a city population.
Appreciate you, Bryant.
And I always looked at it as the more sports teams you have, the bigger market you are. Mm-hmm. Like Green Bay Packers, they're a big market. They're really considered a small, like a mom and pop shop type of franchise. Mm. Even though they're the Green Bay Packers, they're the first football team to win a Super Bowl. So, but it's like, I don't know. The small market thing is an interesting thing because they're all NFL teams. They should all be big markets
for sure.
You're one of the.
Each stadium holds the same amount of people, pretty close, like within 5,000 to 10,000.
Mm-hmm. So, but I think but Chicago, big market, terrible team.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what's it even matter what market you're at? It doesn't even. I don't understand really why. But what's up? Yeah.
I feel like with the Bengals, we haven't earned the referees' respect yet. To where we can get that Jordan treatment or that Kobe treatment, Yeah.
I
know that's basketball, but
Joey's
metaphor that I'm coming with
Yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That was definitely a touchdown Sunday. I don't know how no one could see it. You feel me? They did that to Chase when they played against the Steelers too, earlier in the season, and they ended up
when he
going,
walked it in the end zone.
Yeah. So I just feel like they understand we're a talented team, but they just still ain't rocking with us yet. It's gonna take a little minute.
When we win this if this
they go have to. Yeah.
Man, they're gonna have to. They're gonna respect us.
The way that I look at this though, I feel like they've got to look at it like UFC, man. Don't let it go to the referees. You know what I mean? Because I'm not saying that
don't let it get close.
Don't let it get close because they're gonna shave points to make the game interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the NBA, they do that shit and they've been caught and the referees have been fined or charged. I don't know what happened with the referees that did that shit.
But then when that happens, that's all the way. That's down the road. The game's already been done and
right. They've already made their money. They've already shaved the points.
Then after that, it's people realize the referees were shaving points. But then it's okay, we don't care no more.
Right,
You still just go away with the loss.
It's past tense, yeah.
Yeah, so I understand what you're saying. Don't let it get close. My high school coach told me that. Whenever we played a rival school, even my college coach, whenever we played a rival school, he always say, don't ever let the game get close if you playing in their house. Because if you do, the refs, they go make some calls that's
100%,
just crazy. You ain't you go disagree with it, but it's not even going to matter.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, can't make it close, bro.
Yeah, can't make it
And
close.
I think Burrow knows that, man. I think that's one of his strengths is knowing that, like, you know, it come out early and shut him up, bro.
Yeah.
And then just, you know,
That's what they did against the Bills. Literally, we were just talking about it before the audio came, correct. But so when you're watching football, you kind of have expectations. In that snow game, you were expecting run the ball, which they did. But early on, when he darted right to with Chase, like that was like a hit right to the chin. I wasn't expecting it. They obviously weren't expecting it. And that's the beauty of Joe Burrow because he's not afraid to take those risks.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to come out and be like, you know what? I've seen the biggest stages already, so this isn't going to scare me. So I'm just doing it.
I'm already warmed up, bro.
I'm already warmed up.
You know what I mean?
level of
Like
confidence.
I'm already gonna throw a 40-yard.
Right, I've already
30-yarder.
he has seen the top of the mountain. I mean, like the closest thing you can get to win a Super Bowl is win a college national championship. College football. That's a
That's
championship.
what doing it his way. Holy
yeah,
shit.
right, doing the way he did it. So he's fearless, and that's the kind of guy that everyone would draft Burrow, man. He's literally outside of Mahomes.
And
He's
we
the
got him, bro.
guy. He's the guy. Yeah.
We was all scared when he got that sack when they sacked him from down below.
Oh,
his leg,
yeah.
and he
Yeah,
got,
that
he-
did, yeah,
it was
that
kind
was a
of
quick
tough to get
scare.
up. Everybody
That was scary.
Yeah.
they thought Joe, and then he got up and he walked it off, and he was like, that's the man. Like, we don't need you out. We need you in for sure.
It was definitely
the-
a quick square.
I mean, during the Chiefs game when Mahomes got hurt, they scored a touchdown with Henney. So like the backup has to come in sometimes, and he took care of it. So but you cannot that's why we were talking before the audio, but the Vegas has the Bengals favored. So we were not favored before, and I guess the ankle might be a little worse than we originally expected.
Expected.
Yeah. So
No, they're just making it out like it's worse.
so Vegas is on Chiefs' side. Vegas wants Chiefs to win.
always.
But Joe
Yeah.
Burrow's gonna
Oh
give.
no! I think it's what
think-
you said. I think it's the Chiefs holding the cards. That's all it is.
Yeah, not letting us know, and then when it comes out, he's gonna play like he's
We know he
regular
gonna
Mahomes.
play, so
For sure, we
expect
know,
it.
we know,
ready.
yeah.
We
But
ain't-
here's the thing: like Vegas, I mean, obviously the Chiefs are a popular team because Mahomes, but are the Chiefs more popular than the Bengals right now? You know what I mean? Like on a national scale,
No.
are
I
they?
don't think
Like,
so.
No.
Like I'm talking, I talk to people here that are coming from out of town and stuff, and they're all big Burrow fans. We have all LSU's fans. Every LSU fan, period,
Right.
is a Bengals fan. That's just the way it seems to have shaken out because Chase and Burrow. So all these fans are, hyper focused on the Bengals. So is it really in Vegas's best interest to favor the Chiefs? Like, you know what I mean? This isn't the Patriots era. Patriots era are done. So now the Chiefs have kind of taken that place. The Bengals may not be that top tier organization in everyone's eyes, but bro,
If the Bengals win the Super Bowl, we will for sure be something to talk about.
I still don't think we'll be on that
Bro, I
level.
can die
don't
a
think-
happy man if the Bengals win a Super Bowl.
I do too.
Like,
I
I
just,
can respectfully die a happy man.
I
Bro,
do
you're
too.
17.
We'll make sure he keep
You
living.
got a
up.
long way, bro. Yeah.
no shit. But
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. But it's just
like when my time
the
comes,
respect of the Bengals.
I can be like
in
the Bengals won
Cincinnati.
the Super Bowl, but I need the Seahawks to get to a second.
There's
You'll
people
li-
been
you'll
waiting
live-
Super Bowl their whole life and they've never gotten the Bengals. They're probably gonna be
Well, I need the
very happy.
The Bengals win the Super Bowl, you live long enough to tell your grandkids about this.
Yeah, tell
You know what I'm saying?
right. You hopefully. I mean, let's not
Yeah,
jump
sure.
to the Super Bowl. We gotta get to play the Chiefs first and see what happens there. It's like
Always, but I feel like we're gonna go in and Joe Burrow's gonna give him, all he's got, and then if he gives him all he's got, then he's got a week and a half to recover.
yeah,
What week 2 weeks to recover if he goes in all hard on Kansas City?
yeah. But I would say he's probably gonna go. I would say he's gonna go as hard as you would ever expect him to go.
Right.
I mean, you're not going to you're not gonna ever get a half in, half out Burrow. You're gonna get a whole in
Amen.
all the time. It can happen. Because that's just who he is, and how he's being very consistent with it, and it's awesome to see. Because we've had good quarterbacks. I mean, Carson Palmer was probably the closest thing we've had to he's a great quarterback. He just the injury really knocked him off his track. But and then we had Dalton, who was good quarterback, maybe not the great side, but he was really, really solid. But Burrow comes in and has just washed all those previous struggles that we had out the window. It's like a whole new era that we're in.
Yeah.
We're in this this Bengals era that seems like
The Who Day era.
Who Day era, man. And it's crazy. The other day, I'll tell the story here in a minute, but someone was in here from out of town and they did not know what Who Day meant. And they thought it was a certain day of the week, and it was hilarious when they were talking to me about it because they saw it on our walls, and they're like, "What's Who Day on there?" We have it graffitied on the wall in the store.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "What's Who Day?" I've been hearing that everywhere, and I'm like, "It's kind of like the universal sign for being a Bengals fan." You know what I mean? Like a cat call, if you will, for the Bengals.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, that's so funny. That's so cool," because people were yelling at us, and we don't know what it means. Like, we're not football fans, so. Yeah, so it was just funny to hear people from out of town that aren't football fans here wonder what Who Day meant. You know what I mean? Who Day, what would you even think if you had out of town and someone says Who Day? Like, what day of the week is it? You know what I mean? Like,
It's kind of like, certain teams just have that catchphrase or just something that gets the people going.
mm-hmm.
What's that Kanye song? It's provocative. What does that mean? I don't know. It just gets the people going. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. So it's like Who Day. You got Pittsburgh. They got the terrible towels.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
Eagles have that song. The Eagles have a lot.
Oh, the Eagles got the Eagles.
They have a song. They have a song. They have a whole song.
the Banks are gonna.
Yeah, I don't know the lyrics to it, but they sing it, and all the fans know the Eagles anthem, if you will. It's they sing it like on the Thursday night game. They won, and Jalen Hurts was singing with all the crowd, all the words.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to this.
Yeah,
I just want to see what it sounds like.
It's pretty.
Y'all think the Banks are gonna be packed Sunday?
The Banks?
It's
The Banks,
It's
yeah,
an away
Sunday.
game. I don't know. It's a lot of snow in our future.
There's a lot of snow on its
That
way.
could play
Yeah.
a part.
That
Y'all please be safe out there for the next couple of days.
Yeah, for sure. It could
About to
be.
do snow tonight.
I feel like it'll
snow
be.
tonight.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow tonight.
Mm-hmm.
When I checked, my mom had sent me a picture. They've already got, when she lives in Arkansas, they've already got 6 inches. So, and it's coming up this way. So,
They've already gotten 6 inches.
in Arkansas, yes,
Wow,
Greenbrier.
that's
That's like 8 hours from here,
they've already got 6 inches.
It's
That's
on its way,
wild.
people.
and it started at
It's on its way.
12:03
Oh yeah, it's on its way.
p.m.
Today, it's
Yes.
supposed to start after 1 a.m. tonight.
Oh lord.
That was in Arkansas, though.
Right.
Well, I mean, we're not in Arkansas.
I know.
but yeah.
I'm saying it's about to start at 1 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Right.
So by 6 a.m., it's supposed to be, it's a little bit north of downtown Cincy, I think, is where it's going to get hit the hardest. And then we'll get some here in downtown to Kentucky.
I know that Kenton, Campbell, and Hamilton is under a winter storm warning.
Oh yeah, it's on its way.
Oh, it's on its
Yeah,
way.
it's coming crazy.
It's just going to be interesting to see how hard it hits. And
It's
Man.
sticking. We still got snow from 3 days ago, so it's coming.
But
so, what are you guys' thoughts on the idea that the Super Bowl is
played in Phoenix.
in Arizona? Yes.
It's a neutral
Either-
playing
what's it-
ground.
yeah.
That's
Definitely.
for sure.
'Cause we were talking about that
warmer
off
weather.
camera, but it's just like, or before the sound. But it's just. Do you think that favors what does that
feel like
mean to you?
I feel like on video games, it's cool for people to want to play in the Super Bowl. When it's snowing or raining.
Mhm.
Just because you know how it is.
Yeah.
You know how he is.
No
playing
weather
video games.
problems. There's not going to be any weather issues. It's just going to be straight up.
Yeah, in real life, you don't want none of that. You want perfect weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
you know what I'm saying.
I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. Whoever makes it there, I think it's going to be pretty dope.
That's typically what they do though. Like
This
every
year's
Super
going to be
Bowl,
a fun Super Bowl. Yeah.
Every Super Bowl, they always try to. It's either in Arizona or Florida or somewhere warm, like
Yeah.
where they don't. If it rains, then you can't control that.
Right,
Like they try
right.
to stay away from like super cold weather and stuff like that.
You know who's doing the halftime show?
Thank you.
Rihanna is doing the
She's
halftime
back.
show.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard,
that-
I
Yep.
heard Stephen A. got in trouble for saying that because he said
He
something
was-
about Beyonce.
Yeah, but like those two are they're. I mean, all respect to both of them. You know, what I mean, like he was just showing his preference. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't have any problem with his comments. It blew
He
up in
had
his
to say it
face.
like that. He could have said it. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna can sing too.
Yeah, of course she can. I mean, she's amazing. The whole thing is wild. The reason I would like to transition from that is the fact that she's performing. A lot of these, as Jay gets ready here, a lot of these bigger artists are selling off. They're selling their entire discography.
Yeah.
We were talking about it off camera and just kind of wondering what the future holds for these artists because Justin Bieber just sold his entire catalog for
200 million.
200 million.
200 million.
Yeah, so
Which is, you know, I feel like 10 years ago, like he might have gotten more than that, right? Like,
Yeah.
so maybe that's where, you know, this, you know, there's always the, you know, the arc in sales, and maybe it's the backside of, you know, of what's happening. And I think it's Web 3.0, man. I think there's something there that's, you know, that's happening that they, you know, whether these chat GPTs, how you can create your own raps with you know, voice
the Drake
voice
one,
alikes.
Drake one was wild.
Crazy.
About beans. Was
Yeah.
it bean? Yeah.
Yep.
But it doesn't. It sounds funny. It sounds. You know, it's hear me out. It sounds funny, but that voice that the AI created it was so on point that Drake never wrote any of this.
It was a chat GPT, and the guy typed in, you know, create a rap about beans in a Drake voice, and so they made like a 12 or 16 bar verse, and it was nothing about bean. It was just about beans and whatever, and it was it had the whatchamacallit on there. Make sure. I literally just told you I can't do that. So, but so the chat GBT, like, it was in Drake's voice and everything, bro. So it was like literally like Drake rapping about beans. So it's like, at what point does your catalog start getting diluted when you can create something to your own liking, right? Where we can have Justin Bieber rap about the Native store.
Straight
Or
up.
sing about the Native store.
Do a whole commercial for us.
Yeah, and only pay Chat GPT a monthly fee of $9.99. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
at what point does his discography or catalog get diluted? And is
Yeah.
that the reason? Because there's a lot of them that are selling their stuff. It's not just Justin Bieber. Like, you know, Taylor Swift just sold hers a little bit ago.
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen.
He
Tina.
sold his for 500 million. That's amazing.
That's crazy, dude.
500 million.
500 million.
I wonder how long ago he sold it. See, so that might be something where he sold his, you know, 5 years ago, because Bieber's catalog is stronger than Bruce Springsteen's.
Springsteen's, yeah.
You know, I mean, Bruce has some great hits, but he doesn't have fucking 20 chart toppers.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think Future sold his for like 50.
50 mil.
Yeah, 50 mil.
I just don't. I don't fully get it. But
Maybe they
we'll
probably
figure it
doing it
out.
because with that AI, like, if people can just use that and sound like other rappers, it's gonna be some good people and it's gonna be some bad people.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Gonna have some
How
bad
you
people
use
making
it.
lyrics.
So
yeah,
Bieber,
like-
it was a 291 song catalog that he sold for 200 million. So 291 songs.
A little under $1 million apiece.
That's crazy.
So that ain't you say how many songs?
291.
291.
I'm pretty sure that's all his songs he's ever made.
Yeah, his entire catalog,
Yeah.
which would be all.
Song
yeah.
went for damn near $1 million.
Damn, Justin Timberlake sold his, Stevie Nicks sold hers, and Paul Simon sold his.
Oh yeah, it's definitely something going on.
Something's definitely going. Peter Frampton sells his catalog to BMG in latest rights deal. This was December 7th. So Peter Frampton sold all of his stuff.
Damn.
Peter Frampton joins Bob Dylan and Stevie Nicks in selling the music rights for a major payout. Now I did read that they're getting about 30%. No, they're getting about 66% more, right? Because they're only selling. So If they
Oh,
sold,
the
if
royalty?
Justin Bieber sold his catalog for $200 million, his catalog was worth about 70, or he's making about 70 million on it. So I don't know if there's
Per year though, or
no, probably not
over a course of a long period of time.
over a period.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're making 70 million a year,
There's no reason to sell it
for 3 years.
if
It's
you're
already
doing
been made. Yeah. So you
I
got
mean, if you're making $1 million a week, that's your honey holes. So there's
right
no
for
reason
sure.
to
So
sell
why
it.
would you? I just can't. I can't seem to think of it. I did chat.
I don't think what you're saying is right. That's what I'm saying is I don't think it's 70 million.
Oh yeah. I just don't
a
know
year.
why would you. What is the real reason behind? Everyone's doing it clearly. All these people that have value in their music. What motivator other than $200 million to Justin Bieber doesn't seem like it's a.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. If I can no, I guess clothing is in the same category. So after it's all said and done, 20 years down the road, and I've made my money on all my T-shirts and all my designs, like, do I sell the Harambe logo? You know what I mean? Do I sell 200 of my designs for another $200 million? Fuck yeah, I do.
Hell yeah.
You know what I
for
mean? And
sure.
then I let those people run with those logos and let them make the money on it, right? Because I've already made the brunt of my money, and now I just want to sit back and retire. And if I can make another $200 million on the stuff that I've already made, that's a win for me, right? Well, it's a win if I don't plan on keeping the store open and keep, coming out with logos and designs. But the music industry is a little bit different, right? Like, not necessarily, because if I sold those 200 designs for 200 million or 291 designs for 200 million, I can 100% come up with another 100 designs.
Sure.
And those are mine.
I think they can still play them live though, so it's not like they're throwing away their whole career. They're just throwing away
Yeah.
So like they're still able to use their songs.
It's gonna be like
He just doesn't own them.
Right. So if he plays them, does he have to pay somebody a certain percentage?
To play it?
Probably not. I mean, I would assume and like if I was setting up the legalities of it, I would make sure that if I want to perform these songs, I'm allowed to without any repercussion, because it's going to make your revenue more valuable. If I keep singing these songs, your revenue keeps increasing. If I stop playing these songs and stop singing these and stop singing these in concerts, like these are dead songs. They're old.
Yeah.
Right. So like in the clause, you got to make sure that you're sweetening the deal and saying, hey, Daddy Fat Sax is gonna play these for free for you.
Right.
You know what I
right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
Is that your rapping name, or is that like
That's a great rapping name.
Daddy Fat Sax.
Daddy
I
Fat
can go with
Sax,
it.
bro.
Daddy Fat Sax. Fat Stacks.
Daddy Fat. You say
Stacks
Daddy
or
Fat Sax.
Sax?
Fat Sax. Yeah.
Daddy Fat Sax.
Fat Stacks.
I like Fat Stacks though.
Yeah, Fat Stack.
Yeah.
Fat Stacks. Get that cash flow coin.
Start talking
Mario.
About,
Bling.
start talking about money in all your songs.
I mean, you are related to the Mario, so
Yeah, bro.
My street name.
I don't know. Yeah.
My street name in Cincinnati back when before I moved to Arkansas, when I went to high school over there, it used to be G Fizzy.
G Fizzy.
You know-
G Fizzy.
You know, I had a
G
nickname that I
Fizzy.
wasn't proud
Gage
of.
Fitzgerald. Is that your middle name?
No, my middle name is Edward.
Oh, okay.
Edward, out of all names.
Edward.
Well, mine's Scott.
Gage Edward Finley.
But my nickname, dude, going through middle school and high school is my last name's Cunningham. So you can think of Mr. Cunningham or just
Okay.
Little
I
Cummy.
prefer.
Scott. But Little Cummy was my I rapped, I did
Little Cummy.
SoundCloud.
Oh,
And
you're a
so I
SoundCloud rapper.
I took on the
Oh wow, Little Cummy.
Little
That might be
Cummy.
the worst noise in all of the music
And it just
industry.
sound like followed by a yo. But I did that.
Into his horns just right now.
Right,
Lil
like,
Cummy coming at you with those fast raps.
No, I have a speech impediment, so doesn't
Slow raps.
slow raps, man.
Yeah.
And anything with R's,
Smooth raps.
anything with R's or M's or W's, I stay away from.
That's fair.
Words, stay away from those.
Words, yeah.
I'm a hummer. I just hum. All the songs, Lil Cummy just hums.
I prefer to be
No
called
words
Edward.
in the
Edward?
Yeah.
Like Twilight Edward?
No, like I just
Oof.
like when I just remember remember as a kid getting in trouble. You know, my mom used to be like,
She'd be like, Edward.
she'd be like,
I'll
she'd be
use
like,
the middle name.
Yeah, like,
Dude, when parents
Edward, get your
Gage,
ass over
Edward.
here.
Dude, when parents
Finley.
use that middle name, when
You get
parents use that middle
scared.
name, there's nothing more like when you're little and they use that first and middle name, bro.
You know you're in
that'll-
trouble.
That puts like shock down your spine. Like, oh no, I
Yeah,
did
if I ever
something.
heard Aaron Scott
Like,
Cunningham, dude,
yeah.
I get flashbacks of what I did the whole
trauma,
entire day.
trauma.
I'm
seriously.
like, what did I do that made you say my
Yes,
whole entire name?
that is
You're gonna
trauma.
find
People
out
don't
in like
talk
5
about.
minutes.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna avoid everything after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna shut
No,
my door,
right,
lock it,
right,
and just
right.
cry.
yeah. I know it's coming.
I know this is off subject. I'm gonna go back to what Jay was talking about earlier
Okay.
about like fans and stuff about football. You know, I remember one time going to the Cincinnati Bengals game, my second Bengals game ever, man, and just hearing the fans roar on Who Day and shit. It put like goosebumps down my whole body.
Yeah.
Like when you hear, and then you know, like I can just see when if the Bengals win against the Chiefs and win the Super Bowl, like what's that? You know, what's that going to do to Cincinnati?
The city is not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's like,
Bro, for the longest time, like back in the late 90s, like early 2000s, I was so fucking bummed, man, because it was like every time there was a Super Bowl party, it was always like the Steelers and somebody else, and it was like I had a ton of friends that were Steelers fans, so they got to watch the Super Bowl every year with these fucking this goddamn team. And it's just like, motherfucker, dude.
Respectfully.
Like when are we gonna get a good Super Bowl? Like
Yeah, when's our
when do we get to watch this game with our team?
Hey,
right?
last year was a good Super Bowl, including the
but that's
halftime show.
a recent thing. But we spent all the
Amazing.
the 90s completely, the 2000s. It was just all bad.
You know what we should do, bro? We should do a GoFundMe to do a native commercial. We should create something so good and so like Doritos from like the late 90s. You know, like they were onto something, bro. When the Super Bowl came around, like back in the late 90s, like everybody was fighting for the time on the Super Bowl commercials, and like Doritos did something genius. They were like, hey, send us videos of like you guys eating Doritos, and the number one commercial we're gonna play on the Super Bowl, and we're gonna give you guys like $50,000 or something, and actually a company from here in Cincinnati won, and I don't know if you remember this commercial, but I don't remember the whole thing, but I do remember the guy walks up to like a vending machine. And he's like, "Hey guys, there's free Doritos," and he fucking throws a brick through the glass, and it breaks, and he's like taking all of them. But that was the one that won, and so they got to play it on, and it was like Mike
don't
Stuckey's
remember that.
people. Yeah, Mike Stuckey, the guy that does all the lighting for like Ubon and all those things around
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
It was his studio that won the award, won that prize.
Oh wow.
But I had a friend, Kaylin Judd, who or Kaylin Gray now. Who was on? They did their own like version, and it was really good, man. Like it was like a peephole, like they were looking into their house, and like Jesse, her husband, was laying on the ground with his mouth open, and she was she's a fucking phenomenal tap dancer, and she was breaking all the fucking chips on the table.
Oh.
And he
okay.
was like just laying on the ground just as the crumbles were falling into his mouth. And they were like fucking, it was like a fetish commercial, right? It was
Oh.
like,
Yeah.
what's your fetish? You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like that was genius. And I think they made it to like the top 10, but didn't win that
Okay.
one. But like
That's
for like, and it's a shame, bro,
Would've
because the
thought.
commercials aren't the same anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
back in the 90s, bro, like the halftime, like everybody was fighting for that. Like even MTV, bro, like MTV had the celebrity death match, like where those clay characters would fight each other.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And they played that.
Missed that show.
They played that at the halftime. So they were trying to grab the viewers.
See, I remember the celebrity death match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and it was like Paris Hilton versus, fucking
Bruh.
whoever else or whatever.
I think the best like all-time
Paris
Doritos
for Snoop
commercial
Dogg or
was
something.
like that one where they take the Doritos and the girl's having that ultrasound, and he takes that Dorito and he just starts teasing the baby, and then eventually like he throws it and the baby just goes
Nah, that's funny.
straight through, catches the Dorito and everything.
Smart,
It's
bro.
like,
Smart.
why? Why is that a?
But the commercials aren't the same anymore, man. Like I remember, like Miller High Life wanted to throw their hat in the ring, and there was this guy. His name was Waddell Cunningham, maybe. He was yeah.
Cunningham.
Hey, what's up,
that?
bro? Hit me up.
What's that?
Wendell Cunningham.
Wendell
So he was
Cunningham. I've
he
heard that
was
name.
he was
Yeah,
the,
I know
he
Wendell
was the
Cunningham.
big black dude who he wore like the Miller High Life jumpsuit, and he was always delivering beers to the bars. But he was like he was like the face of Miller High Life.
Well, that guy needs to hit me up. So.
He passed away,
Oh,
but they were doing 5-second commercials for the Super Bowl, and he was like, you know, we couldn't afford a full 30-second
Right.
commercial, so we bought 6 5-second
5
commercials,
That's
and so they were just
it's like
like,
Vine.
boom, yeah, they were like, boom, High Life, drink it,
Yeah.
like champagne of beers, but they, you know, it was so genius, man, because even though it was a 5-second commercial, it was like everybody was fighting for that moment in between the Super Bowl.
Kind of reminds me of like the new Subway commercials.
You know what, dude?
They
what
cut
if
Steph Curry off and stuff. It's interesting. Yeah.
What if the Bengals bring the Super Bowl commercials back? That's what we need to start promoting is, hey, you want good commercials again? Put the Bengals in the Super Bowl because they've got so many fans right now that people are going to want to have those eyeballs.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Right.
And while we're doing it, let's try to raise $1 million to put a commercial out there.
yes.
What would our commercial be? What do you think would be the catchy, funny commercial? It would have to be something like, I would think Houday in the store doing something.
Yeah.
We've got one.
Next time Houday's here, we've got to get him on that couch, and we've got to get a photo
Yes.
of him acting
I
like
got
he's
you guys.
podcasting.
I would have loved to. I was not even thinking about that, but it's a great idea, and I'll make sure it happens if he's
Yeah.
coming through on a Sunday.
I don't know if I should bring it.
I got a picture with him, so. But there's
No,
got to be chili and stuff in that commercial. There's be like something like in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Have y'all seen that commercial with the it's like the little kid, like she was looking up at the guy, he had his face painted and it said Houday on it, and she was just like staring at him, and I forgot what he said. I think he said I used the wrong paint or something like that.
Oh.
It's like a Snickers commercial or something like that.
Yeah.
That was like last year when I
didn't
saw
see
that.
that one,
You ain't
yeah.
you probably seen it and just ain't paid attention to it. It's like
He was like, I used house paint.
yeah, like dude, his whole face was painted orange and black, and it just said like Houday across the top of his forehead, and then he was like reading a magazine, and there was like a little girl just staring at him like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
Like, and then he's just like, "I used the wrong paint," or something like that. It was funny, man. It was
Dude, like I was just telling earlier, Jay was out with you, but so people came in the store this weekend, and they were this mother and her daughter were here, whatever, walking through, and they were from out of town, and they asked me because they walked in the store and thought it was super cool, whatever. But she was like, "What is Houday?" And I was like, "Okay." Well, they were out of town. They weren't football fans, whatever. So, what is Houday? Because they saw it on our wall, and they're like, it cannot be a coincidence. It cannot. We've been shouted out, and people yelling Houday everywhere, and like we don't know what it is. We're just here for the weekend, and I was like, right. And I was like,
Hey, it's literally a cult these days.
yeah. I was like, it's kind of like it's a universal like words for being a Bengals fan, it's like a cat call for a Bengals cat call, if you will. And they're like, oh, it's a football thing. I'm like, yeah, it's a football thing. And they're like, oh, we didn't know. People yelled it out the window, and we weren't even. They're just yelling Houday at us, and we weren't even sure what it was. Yeah, and then it's on your walls here. Yeah. They were. What day of the week is it? Is it what is it, Hump Day? Like what day? Of the, like what is happening? They were so confused. I was cracking up when they were telling me.
All we gotta do is like finish the saying. We say yeah, it's who they think gonna beat the Bengals.
And I explained that to her.
Nobody.
Yeah, but they had no idea.
They have
They
no
were
idea what
so
that means.
confused.
They're
It was
gonna look at you
it was
like-
hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, but we have it on our wall in graffiti here, so they were like, it can't be a coincidence. I'm like, it's not a coincidence.
Welcome to the court of the Cincinnati
Welcome
Bengals.
to Cincinnati.
That lady
Yeah.
was probably so confused.
Yeah, they were
Houday.
they were
Day
out-
who?
yeah.
I was like, what day?
I don't even know
what
where
day.
I think they were
Wednesday?
from out west, so I don't know. But I think we're not the only people that, like the only fan base to use that kind of.
The first person to use first person to ever use that, I'm pretty sure, was the Saints. The Saints are the first ones that started Houday, And the only
No,
reason
that was who dat.
who dat, but
Who dat?
they had a big, they had a big. This I was at the
Saw that.
I
Interesting.
was at the banks. It was actually me. It was actually me.
Kind of want it.
Right.
It was
Their
me.
packaging is amazing.
It was me, YOMN, and Brendan and my fiance at the down at the banks, and we was all sitting there watching the Bengals game when they was versing the Ravens, and yeah, me and YOMN was looking at this
The
one
first
guy.
or second time.
The first time
He was
Well,
turned.
So
Turned.
the last game of the season.
He was turned.
Yeah, the last game, and me and YOMN, we was looking at this guy, and this guy was like arguing with this person about who started who day and that, and he was like, "Well, this shit came from the Saints, so you really can't take that from us," and blah blah this and blah blah that. And I'm like, okay.
You know how it is on the banks when everybody drinking and stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Them conversations go happen.
They do.
They go happen.
They go.
You
I
just
mean,
gotta-
you're out there. Everyone's getting their drink on. Everyone's hyped. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's probably close combined to each other. You know, like not much space to breathe. You know, it's because it's packed in there. Because
If y'all ever
We
had,
had a good time.
banks are
though.
live though, man. It's alive out there.
if y'all ever
after
had a
games.
chance to meet Joe Burrow, what would y'all say to him?
Man, you
why-
doing your thing and
How
keep
are
doing
you
it.
so cool?
Wear my clothes.
Yeah, wear my clothes.
Here.
You know my
Here, come to the podcast, please.
Definitely stop by Native.
What's going on?
Stop by the levee.
my
that must-
fiance
that must be the
said
guy.
what she would say to
Is that the guy?
That's the guy.
Oh, okay.
He's no that dude's like, you're supposed to be back at the fort.
Come back down to the bridge to our tent.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be back at the fort by now.
Right. What are you doing here? Yeah. What were you saying?
when we was getting interviewed at the banks, my fiance, she said she would say to Joe Burrow, "I love you, Big Daddy Dick Joe Burrow." And I was-
Girls love him though. You know,
bro,
like girls love.
Ladies love Joe.
I saw a video earlier and like all these people online are like the girls like, hey, don't give if your girlfriend is into football because of Joe Burrow, do not complain. She's gonna watch the game with you. She may look at different things.
She's gonna
Bro.
know she's gonna know the stats. She's
Yeah.
gonna know the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, my ex was
Yeah.
so into Joe Burrow, but like she wouldn't.
That's okay.
She wouldn't. Like she only liked the Bengals for Joe, and she was like, yeah, he's just so freaking handsome. And I was like, well, I mean, I watched this man since LSU.
Sure.
So, I mean, I'm an LSU fan when it comes to college football.
Okay. Yeah.
And because my dad used to go to those
Sure.
games and all
It's
that.
cool.
And it's like why? It's like why? I get that you're liking him, but I mean, she wouldn't even watch the game.
That's okay.
It's
As
like,
long
how
as
are you
she's
gonna
there
like,
with you watching it and not
but
complaining about it
she
all being on
hates-
TV.
She hates football, bro. Like she's like, why? She's like, men watch football to like it's just a bunch of sweaty men tackling each other, and we get off to that.
It's way more than that.
Now, don't you get caught watching a sand volleyball game or a WNBA game or something like that. You
Yeah.
might find yourself in a little bit of trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's way more than that. There's so much strategy. Football. Football is complicated, man. And it's real life gladiator. They're out here like this is the modern day gladiators out here fighting for their meal, trying to, doing their thing. But I mean, obviously they're paid handsomely. But they're out there hitting hard every play, regardless if you hit the ball or not.
Oh, yeah.
Chance for concussion, so they're risking a lot. Where we watched with the Tua situation on Thursday Night Football. That was one of the scariest moments we've seen outside the Hamlin situation. Like both are very scary. Both happened on our field.
Yeah.
Our field has there's rumors of a curse. You know what I mean? Like
they say
no.
well now
No,
it used to
bro.
be the-
No one takes us seriously. That's,
I don't
that's
think
what
any.
it is.
Yeah, why would you?
They
even-
don't take the Bengals seriously,
They
and,
don't-
and we are such a good team right now that they're like we're plowing them over, and they're just like, what is happening?
I know the higher ups
We're in
probably hate it.
Cincinnati,
They,
yeah.
why are they like? There's no money. There's no way we can capitalize on this.
Right.
We haven't put our drones in Cincinnati. We need to go there now. All the money's everywhere else.
Hey, what's
'Cause
that y'all-
Philly is a big market, so like they're gonna get all the attention. So yeah.
What's that y'all was saying off air about like the guy that said the reason why we had an unfair advantage?
Oh, bro, that
You
was
know what I'm
that
saying?
was the Daily Mail. So the Daily Mail posted something saying that the Bengals had an unfair advantage
Oh.
because we were wearing white jerseys and the Bills couldn't see our players. And it's like right away, bro, like you think about that and like right away I think, okay, well if anyone's at a disadvantage, it's Joe Burrow in that
Right.
situation, right? Because if you can't see the players, then how's Joe Burrow supposed to find Jamar? and he was finding them all day, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
that's just a crazy excuse that,
Yeah,
that
that's
ain't
not-
gonna work. Plus, them orange helmets are bright as fuck, man.
Right. Just because you're in white does not mean the snow and you are
And
matching.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't home field get the advantage of what jerseys they wanted? So the Bills could have wore the white ones, or do they wear the blue as the home jerseys all the time?
I think
and then we
traditionally it's
wear-
like
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't, yeah.
White's
traditionally.
away.
Yeah.
So the color, yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be, but like the Levy life. So
What's wrong with the Levy life?
Everything.
it just is. There's nothing wrong with it. It
At
just
night,
is.
it just gets
Well,
crazy.
There's nothing wrong with it. It just is what it is.
Levy Madness.
They might be watching us. You know, they think we're cool.
I hope they're watching us.
Yeah. Like,
That is entirely the point.
We watching that guy that's been
Yelling.
going up to AMC after
Oh
hours.
yeah, the
And if
the
I
night-
find him, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, it's interesting.
He might be the real mad scientist if he's in here cooking food and
cooking food.
He might be the- he might be
velocity
the-
and
the-
checking
it's
movies out after hours.
To work that fryer, it's a lot harder than you think.
Right.
It's not like you press a button and boom, the fryer turns on. No, you gotta click that thing, get the heat on first,
Yeah.
and then you gotta start adjusting knobs and stuff to make sure it's the right temperature, right everything, and then go to the side, click another button so you know that that your food's down. But it's like that man had to have known how to start.
Yeah, he used to work there, bro. That's
Yeah,
that's
for
an ex
sure.
Oh,
employee.
he
Yeah,
had to
sure.
have worked there.
He got he had it all
he knows
planned
too
out.
many
You know
insider.
what? Did he look?
insider
did-
secrets.
was he short?
Yeah.
Was his name Shadow?
he used to work there when it used to be called
Oh,
GameWorks.
No,
When it
I'm
was-
gonna come up to him if I ever see him, bro. I'll be like, "Hey, what's up, little Shadow? How you doing, bro?"
Man,
Hey, it could have been Shadow, cause Shadow too busy being Spider-Man, Batman, Iron Man, doing backflips.
Ooh-wee,
He's
bro.
on the drums. He's
Superman.
doing everything. You know.
Hey, you know what's funny is the first thing that he did when he came into Velocity is he went to go put on a crown helmet.
yeah.
So we have this little plastic crown thing and like little thing that you can hold, and that's the first thing he put on. He got a walkie-talkie and everything. So I'm like, so now you just-
100% that dude
just
used to
wanna
work
work,
there,
bro.
bro. He used to work there, and he
for
was
sure.
never
100%.
the king of the castle. And now,
now-
the first
now
thing he
he's
wants to
thinking
do
he
is put
is.
on that crown,
Yeah,
and he
that's
walks
the first
around
thing.
that
Yeah.
joint going, "This is my house now."
Yeah,
He used
this
to-
is my
This
house,
is my
bitch.
house
Welcome
now.
to my
Time-
house.
Yo, it's an inside job. I'm a PI. Let's roll.
He definitely
It's
bringing.
it sounds like an inside job.
It's
so I think
100%
that
an inside
yeah,
job,
yeah.
bro.
He's definitely bringing his girl on
They're
Valentine's
not
Day.
gonna-
I'm telling you.
They're not
If he
gonna.
gets
100%.
caught, unless he gets caught.
He's gonna come here on Valentine's Day, and they're not gonna find out who it is, and then he's gonna.
No, bro, we should all hide out here on Valentine's Day. We should all just be hiding up in the rafters, just
No,
waiting for this
no. We
dude.
All right,
hide,
we
we
got-
hide in the same spot he does.
We got
right? And
Jay-
then we see him come up the steps.
We got Jay up, and we got him at the AMC in the theater room, waiting for him to come up there and turn on the movies.
I'm gonna be at
And-
Velocity. I'm gonna ask him, "Yo, you gonna make some wings for me?" Hey,
I want 4.
big boy gotta eat, man. Hey, look, man.
You know what we should do is like where he came in at, we'll like box that in with like a black tarp, so when he walks
He
in,
feels like
yeah, he won't know where he is, and then we can just beat the shit out of him right there in that little black tarp.
we do it for free.
We do the Blair Witch Project on him. He's just in his little tent sleeping, and we're just in there fucking banging on that tent, scaring the shit out of him, bro.
Like picking it up.
But y'all know, he used to work here. If he knew how to turn on the fryers and cook pizza
Bro,
and cook
the
wings,
second you said he put on the crown, I'm like, this dude used to work there.
And
Not
he-
only did he work there, but he's got an imposter syndrome where he wanted to be the manager, was never able to be the manager. So now he's in
Exactly.
there making shit happen.
Yep. He's
He-
up.
I know the psyche of this.
Mysterious man.
I wasn't gonna call him a
Mysterious
thief.
boy.
I was gonna call
Well,
him.
he is technically a thief. Technically,
well,
he's a thief for stealing.
he walked in and he was like,
The native levy.
"I'm the."
bandit.
He's like,
if he tried on clothes and didn't steal them, I've got respect
Yeah,
for
he
him
gotta
on
be a
that
good
level.
dude.
But
Right.
I don't.
he
But I
did
don't.
steal alcohol, so that is what
He was-
that is
he
what
was
stole.
thirsty. He was thirsty.
He just needed a little something to sip on to ease his mind.
Yeah, pull the mic.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
He was just testing the waters or something. What
Well, he did feel
sampling it.
After drinking his Morgan, it was like halfway full, but he obviously he filled it up with water, which makes no sense. He filled it up with water and he just left it there.
I need to see some footage of this.
Man, there's so much to this story. Like I said earlier, the more you tell it, the more there's questions.
Right? And there's questions that I don't have answers to.
Yeah,
It's just a sum.
that's
so
okay.
ask away, man.
When he walked in, he walked in. He was like, "All
Well,
right,
he
well
walked
this."
in. He had this like little top on, little somewhat of a jacket, and like not jeans. He was wearing like pants, and
When
This
he-
little top.
and he had like
What kind of
bands.
top?
When he
It was
when
like
he
white. It looked white.
but when he walked in, you said he grabbed the crown. He was like,
he instantly grabbed the crown, put it on, and then started making food.
Okay.
but when he
shoes
walked
he
in,
had
he
on?
was like,
Vans.
I remember when I used to work here because when I used to work here, it was called GameWorks. Now it's called
Right.
Velocity. Now I'm the king of this bitch. Now we can get shit done.
Oh, you're saying when he said he's
yeah,
saying,
that's how he was thinking in his mind. He's
Put-
like, so now I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna crack this bottle of wine. I'm gonna feel hella good. Then I'm going to go ahead and cook
make
me some wings.
Yeah.
And crack his fryer open. And then he was like, "Fuck this, you know. I'm
try
gonna go
some
upstairs."
clothes. I'm gonna try some
Yeah.
clothes on over at Jay's house. Like,
and then I'm gonna head up to Velocity or not. I'm gonna head up to AMC and watch a movie.
right.
And he's like, then I might go crash downstairs back at
New
Velocity.
Avatar's out. I gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
Our emotional roller coaster.
They'll be here in like 4 hours. I got enough time.
And then-
I feel like what happened is like he went up to the AMC. He must have had to seen Avatar because out of everyone who said that that's an emotional roller coaster. So then he saw that, knew that we must have still been open, came down, hid in the fire escape, cried,
And-
waited, and then went to go get
He
some
got-
liquor.
When he
And
got
calm,
done,
calm his nerves
Man.
from that Avatar movie, bro.
It was wine.
And it was wine. It was some Captain Morgan, and then some other bottle he opened up. and
So
tried to put some shit back in.
this mystery man.
This
How long?
mystery
How long was this mystery man inside?
hours.
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 Clearly, hours. He was cooking. He was
Yeah.
watching movies.
He-
hours.
I think NATO-
they
And
even
there's
said that
I
no-
think Jay should roll back the cameras and see if he's seen.
He
him
even
walk
went
by
like
the-
to sleep.
Yeah,
he even
I'm
had time
going
to
to.
sleep.
and there was no one on the levee to catch him.
He was in there, so he was fine. No one goes in there and
Security was probably gone.
no one goes in there
I
and
think
check.
there are security people here
At night,
24/7.
yeah, there are.
Yeah, there's
24/7.
security
So,
here.
But no one
24/7,
knew, man. No one.
but now they know.
Now they know.
Now they know.
They're
Now they
all
know,
informed
but
on
the
this
reason-
guy. We have his face and everything. So we're gonna
But,
catch this mysterious man, and he's
when he-
gonna,
when he
Carmen's
got
gonna catch
done-
up and kick him in the ass.
And when he got done, he got his night over with. He was like,
yeah, like he crashed. He went to sleep.
He held his muscles up and he was like, "I'm the king of this shit, bro. I can keep on. Maybe the levee will not catch me, and then I can run this shit
Like
at night."
he slept. Like he fell asleep. He went to sleep, and I guess he left before we opened. He knows when we open. So
If security
Inside job.
24/7,
Inside job.
it's got
100%.
Inside job. 100%. Yeah, for sure.
I know security, man. They like, goddamn, because now they manager probably, you know what I'm saying, pissed off, talking to them. They like, how in the hell we let this happen? They probably fell asleep or something. Long nights, third shift. You know how it is.
The thing about someone like that is they probably like imposter syndrome, some kind of like mental spot where they're like, you know what, I am entitled to something that I didn't get, and he's seeking some kind of validation or doing some kind of he feels like he's owed something. There has to be a reason that you would. I mean, why? What even? I mean, there's.
and not even playing any games, man. Like
He didn't
come
play any
on, he didn't play
games?
any
He
games.
didn't play no games, man.
I mean, there's keys that's behind the card stand. He could have just
But he-
grabbed those, unlocked everything, and
But
put it up.
the
Like,
reason-
you press a
Interested
button that
in
says
games.
credit.
The movie was more important than the video. game.
Yes,
Dude,
and
Avatar: The Ways of the World, a 3-hour emotional
Yeah.
ride.
It's a 3-hour movie.
I'm gonna go back to what Jay said. He used to work here because when he walked in, he found that crown.
We don't know that. We don't.
Well, no, when he walked in, he got that
Oh,
crown.
I know that.
It
bro.
sounds like
I know that 100%.
if you had to do your investigative work,
He's too comfortable walking around there. He knows that you guys don't have motion sensors to trigger anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? He knows way too much, bro. Because in here, like the second you walk around in here, like everything starts clicking and everything starts messaging us, right? So
Yeah.
we know if someone's in the store.
Like
so-
we have alarms on doors and all, but like
But he knew the door
obviously
to
went
get
through,
out.
He went through a door that doesn't have an alarm. Like
And he
the
knows.
fire
He
exit
knows.
Doesn't.
you think
I'm telling you, bro,
He
fucking
knows.
Blue's Clues over here, man. I got my nose to the ground, son.
yeah, right.
I got my nose to the ground.
Yeah, he's definitely an employee, an old employee or
Well-
something. What if it? I mean, I don't know.
What if he just knew what time? Like he knew exactly what time all the people leave from Velocity, and he knew exactly what time to walk into the door, and they maybe go hide out in the bathroom or something, just to wait.
Oh, he knows. So he's going out. He's going out the side door.
Right.
The back. They got a little balcony. That's where you're talking. Where he hangs out at, right?
No, there's so when you go in and then you kind of go to like the back where the Hummers are, where the 2 Harleys are. There's a fire exit door. That door doesn't lock. Like, we can't lock that door.
That sounds
that's a
like
fire hazard. So
that sounds
where-
like an egress problem because that
Sorry, but
that door definitely
that's
needs to
where
be locked.
that's where he was hanging out as. He would hang out down the stairs, wait till we close, go through that door, go through he would go from all the basketballs, and then he would make his way to the kitchen.
No shit.
Who knows where he
Do you
slept? We
know?
don't-
Do y'all know at
let's
least
see
how
that
many
video footage.
how long was he in there in the kitchen for? Do y'all know?
He was in there solid enough to make himself fucking wings, bro.
How long did it take to make
Wings take about 5 solid minutes, bro.
What? But how long does it take to
he had a bowl
to
of
get
wings
the
with-
grease hot, bro?
Yeah.
That takes 15 minutes.
That takes a solid. He must.
So he was in there solid. We're gonna
'Cause
say a
we-
solid 25, 30 minutes.
We turn the grill and all that stuff right at 8-ish. We close. I mean, if we close at 9, then we close that stuff down, the kitchen down right at 8.
so when y'all
that's gonna
came,
take some time to bump.
so
up.
when y'all came into work this morning, was the fryer still on?
Yeah. So fire was on, and there was just a huge mess. I cleaned up a whole mess of.
What if it's
wine and
ratatouille, bro?
Oh,
what if
bro,
Dude, that's
he's
what I
hiding
said.
in the
Bro,
sewers.
that's what I said.
Dude.
I said that.
What if?
I was like, what if we got?
Bro.
What if it's just a cute little mouse,
I was
bro,
like-
just
I was
trying to
like,
live its
doing
shit?
it all.
Honestly, before I saw the whole video footage of the guy, because I was like, dude, what if we just have some little mouse just running around?
No, he's
Just
Like-
living life, bro.
The
The
Ratatouille.
mouse made wings, tried on J Sal sweatpants,
Yeah, bro.
opened up a bottle of wine, went to AMC to watch Ratatouille.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna say it, no,
Yeah.
bro.
See,
That's
it
hilarious.
wasn't just. It wasn't. What did you just say?
He-
Ratatouille?
he
No,
didn't.
no, not Ratatouille. Off topic of Ratatouille.
He didn't.
Uh,
he
Stuart
found out-
Little? Cause was it Stuart Little?
Well,
I mean, he built like Stuart
now
Little.
we're getting into
Was he?
some movies.
He built. He looks like. He looks like.
He went
me.
and watched
looks like he's my
Ratatouille.
height. He looks
But-
somewhat.
Is he a
We don't
white
know.
dude or black dude?
He's white.
Okay.
He's
White
He's a
guy.
white in his mid-20s,
Ooh,
and he
Okay.
just doesn't look. He doesn't look old at all. He just looked like he knew what he was doing. Came
Make
in there,
sure-
he knew exactly
Inside
what
job,
goal-
bro.
He looked exactly like he knew everything.
Go back through those records,
but
man.
before
Yeah.
he went,
Jay, it was Shadow's friend, Sunlight.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like-
Yeah.
before he went,
Sonic and Shadow.
before he went upstairs to AMC to watch Ratatouille, right? Before the prior night, before he came in here and he did this, he had to watch Wall-E. Y'all remember the movie
Of
Wall-E?
course, bro.
Like
Of
when
course.
Wall-E used
Best
to
love story of all time.
Wall-E, when he used to collect all that trash in that robot, well, he learned how to live the homeless life inside of a big ass famous place. He's like, we're gonna do this tonight, and he didn't get caught, so he's gonna try to do it again tonight.
He go be famous. They got TV shows and stuff like that.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, might not be tonight, but tomorrow he gonna be craving them wings again.
Bro, tomorrow
he'll be back.
hey,
He's gonna be craving them
if-
wings,
if
bro.
If he
It
does
might not be tonight, but tomorrow he's gonna be like, "Damn, bro, I need to go back for them wings."
I swear, if he doesn't get caught tonight, one of our coworkers, Alex, he was like, "Dude, if he doesn't get found tonight, I'm staying the night, and I'm gonna kick his ass."
Bro, let's
And I was like,
let's
"I am
have,
joining."
let's have a lock in, bro.
I said, "I am joining." I said, "I
Can
will
we
bring
can
my."
we have a lock in? We'll bring roller skates and we'll fucking roller skate through this bitch
Bro,
at
I said,
nighttime.
I said, I'll bring my
Bro,
blades included.
I've always thought the bowling alley didn't become a roller rink. Downstairs and so,
That'd be awesome.
But
Right.
he's gonna tonight. Tonight he's gonna try to hit. I'm not
Good.
saying we're not gonna wish upon nothing, but he's gonna try to hit native because he's gonna be craving liquid death after all that.
Bro,
alcohol
I'm
drunk.
thirsty. Go see
hey,
death.
I'm only a 5-minute drive from here. I will stab somebody in their kidney real quick,
He
bro.
gonna see death if he come in here.
Bro, he's gonna
It's
take
gonna be
that
liquid
liquid
death
death
for
costume, and then he's gonna be the one to die.
I'm gonna look. I'll go straight. I don't know if anybody, all of you guys are too young to know this, but I will go Harlem Nights and I will
I know,
shoot
yeah.
that dude's pinky toe.
hey,
He
I
bet
don't want to kill you. I'm just gonna make your life miserable by shooting your pinky toe, bro. I got a strike on fucking Facebook and Instagram for telling somebody that.
Damn.
really?
Yeah.
Mm.
And it was like it was so like as a joke too. It's like, man, if somebody tries to come in and rob me, gonna shoot that motherfucker in his pinky toe like Eddie Murphy from Harlem Nights.
You can't walk with your
And I
pinky toe or
got
your big toe.
I got a strike on
Get a
my-
warning.
Yeah, for violence.
Oh,
And I was like,
man.
okay. I might shoot somebody in the toe, but I was just joking about this.
Right? Yeah.
What about
He better not go to Shiners, because the only Shine he gonna see is the Lord
Kiss
Christ
my
himself.
ass quick. Kiss my ass quick.
Yeah.
That was.
But
If you guys haven't seen Harlem Nights, bro,
I've seen that. Yeah, I'll
go-
send him to the
go home
Lord
and
Jesus
watch it,
Christ
bro.
he
myself.
can't come in and steal the Liquid Death costume, because if he does that, then they're gonna think it's Mr. Banks walking around in the Liquid Death, and then they're gonna come back at question Mr. Banks. Mr. Banks, was you in Velocity last night cooking up
He'd
the
be like,
wings?
nope.
Yeah, bro. Ain't-
They go test him, like,
I'm pretty sure we're the only person in a 200-mile radius with this
Yeah.
this Liquid Death costume.
It's right in the back. You can see it almost in camera. It's
Yeah, shout out to Liquid Death.
Man, he's beefy, bro.
it is beefy.
All right, man. Well, should we wrap it up? Give these guys a quick little
Yeah.
time to shout out your podcast, your Instagram, your business, your OnlyFans.
Oh, no one's got OnlyFans here, but y'all make sure.
You sure? I thought you told me about the OnlyFans you was doing the other night, bro. Hold on.
Man, come on now. Hey, y'all can't be calling me out like that, but hey, y'all make sure y'all go follow me on TikTok, Gage Finley. Follow me on Instagram.
Spell that for him.
What
Gage Finley.
Oh, GageEdwardFinley. Gage Edward Finley.
Is that your Insta or your
No,
TikTok?
my TikTok is Gage Finley. GageFinley.
There you go.
It's got a picture of me and my beautiful fiance.
Hey.
Dope.
Imagine having
Yaman,
that
let me
life.
hear it, bro.
Hey, it's your boy YOMN. You can find me on IG, YOMN.92.
Or if you wanna see him in person and then hit up the PowWow band that you got, you can send him
Oh, yeah,
straight to
man.
everything.
Hey, if you need to get hip with Jay, got me hip with PowWow because I was doing that at first. So if you need, you know what I'm saying, I got like a little code. I can get you a little discount with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
They got keychains, wristbands, all types of stuff, man.
The next thing
Cards.
they're gonna do, they're gonna have PowWow shoes, man. They're gonna have PowWow shoes, so when you step, it just tracks you, and they're like, oh.
If you
I
went like
can
if you went to
see
like business cards and stuff like that, it's a good thing to use. You know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, like
you know what?
Because
Like, and
you know how back in the day, like getting like 200, 300 business cards or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is
And
to the
let,
point when you
and
gotta
let me
use
tell
all
you, bro, I'm the first person to admit, like, if that business card got bent in my pocket, which business cards get bent in
then it
pockets,
don't look professional no
I
more.
throw it out,
Yeah.
right? And it's nothing to do with them. It has to do with me and my messy pockets, right?
Mhm.
So, like, I've always thrown business cards out, but now I know that business cards are becoming a rarity these days because of PowWow. So, like honestly, I'm in here. I'm at least 2 to 3 times a week. I'm searching for Steve Jobs business card. I'm looking for Steve Jobs business card. I'm looking for an Elon Musk PayPal business card.
Oh Lord.
I want these
Daddy
things, bro.
Elon.
That you know, he might have printed 10,000 of them, and they might not be that expensive, bro. But like, what if you can have who's somebody insanely smart from like. I'm just having a blank on anybody.
Like,
bro.
you talking
Like-
about
like a
like-
famous person?
Like,
a,
are you talking about the one that created Microsoft? for
no,
instance?
I mean, I'm talking
like
about
a
getting
George
Steve,
like a
Steve
George Clooney?
Jobs.
Like a George Clooney?
No, I'm talking about getting somebody like Albert Einstein's business
Oh,
card,
okay,
right?
okay,
Like,
okay.
Okay.
like, you know, having
Yeah.
something like if you had Albert Einstein's business card now, people would be like, holy fuck,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And if I had Elon Musk's business card right now, people would be like, oh, that's super cool.
I want
Right.
I want
But-
Jeff Bezos.
Amazon business
Yeah,
card, bro.
yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like you get these things now, and in 20 years they're gonna be more popular than baseball cards because this was made by Steve Jobs. Chances are Steve Jobs handed that card out, right? Because that's how business cards work. They meet somebody, they give them the card. You know,
Yeah.
you might have a stack of them at Apple or whatever, and that'd be super dope to be able to grab one of those cards. But like, to be able to have a card that has somebody that's as important in history as Elon Musk, you know, I mean, Bro, imagine having Nikola Tesla's business card
Oh, shit.
from, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And
That's-
he's next in line for it. I mean, he's surpassed everything Nikola Tesla's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, man, being able to grab these things, it's like, but like what we were saying, these popple things, it's like I was going to get one for me, Tyrell, and Andrew, because they can put their own Facebook or Instagram on there, and then they can put the website on there, they can put the podcast on there. So when they meet somebody at the bar, all they got to do is just hold up the arm. You put the phone up to the wrist, and then all that data gets sent into their system. So all they do is save it, and now you've got YOMN's phone number and all of his contact stuff inside the phone.
You even have his OnlyFans.
Yeah, because, Gage got me hip to the OnlyFans, so you know what I'm saying?
Now
No,
we got to
just
get.
messing around,
Now
man.
we got to try to get Jay over there hip to OnlyFans. I don't know if his wife would allow that, but
Oh, you know what, man? I was
Jake will be like,
we
Adam
were
22 off no jumper.
bro. He's wild with his shit, man. But I was actually thinking about starting an OnlyFans and
Oh,
doing
shit.
it. Well, doing it for native, yeah, not in the sexual content, but doing it because Patreon is so confusing, bro. Patreon is like, it's not as user friendly as OnlyFans
Right.
is. It's really hard to, like, whenever I buy food over at Bourbon House, I used to have to pull up my Patreon thing so I can get my discount.
Oh,
but even
shit.
hopping on there, like, it's hard to navigate and even show them that I'm a Patreon member of Chowdown. So it's like, I was man, you know, doing an OnlyFans might be smart because that's not just sexual content. It's anything that you don't want the public to see. And some of this stuff, like talking about weed and cursing and things like that we want to like separate from North American properties and like, you know, the cool comic collective that we have now. Like, this might be the way to do it.
Jay, I'm gonna back you up on that because I know that's a fact because it's this guy I listen to named Badman Kevo, and he do an OnlyFans and he be teaching people about like credit and then like real estate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He rap and stuff like that too, but like he do that with OnlyFans. So like OnlyFans just ain't about, you know, like sexual content. Like he fiending for it. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, you can really use it, you know what I'm saying, as a tool to like teach people how to get their credit right. If people want to learn how to start a you know what I'm saying,
Create T-shirts, bro.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that
You know
I'm
what I'm
missing right now with all the kids that we've got gravitating towards the brand. We really need to start something that shows them how to create products, because I started this with Sharpies, bro. Like, I started it with, like, one of my first shirts I made, it just said Jive Turkey on it, and it was a yellow shirt with
Nice.
black letters and black Sharpie, and like, it was literally like I wrote it on there, and then I used an iron and I ironed the ink into the thread, and I started selling them, bro. Like, I was buying these shirts at Champs. It was the 5 for $20 or 4 for $20, so they're $5 a shirt or whatever. But that's how I started the whole brand. And once I started getting a little bit more money, then I started silk screening the stuff, and then, you know, worked my way up to this $16,000 DTG printer, bro. So it's like, I was telling somebody earlier today, man, like it's all about your artist markers. And like, for me, like, I'm great at designing stuff on the computer, but I'm not limited to silk screen. And that's what happens is, like, the transfer from the designs that you have on the computer to trying to get printed out onto a T-shirt. If you send it to somebody else that's silk screening stuff, they're going to be like, okay, let's do 4 colors. 4 colors is going to cost you $15 a T-shirt. And right away, you're like, well, fuck, I was going to sell these things for $25. Now I'm only making a $10 profit, right? But they're also pulling all the colors away. That's going to turn my logo into something that looks cartoonish. And like with this DTG printer, like, we can just plug and play, bro. Like, whatever logo I create, this thing's gonna print it out. If I want the Bengals orange to be, you know, a certain RGB or CMYK, this thing does it to a T. And that's the incredible thing, is I've got the artist markers that most people don't have, bro, because this thing's an expensive tool, and, you know, you don't buy these things to start a business to wholesale stuff, because this is an expensive machine, and it costs us probably $16 a shirt to print with that ink and everything that's in there. So,
Bro, I have like the best idea if we ever made like a native OnlyFans. All right. This has been soaking in my head for a while. Is that you
Okay.
take the liquid death, like the costume, right? You don't post it. You post it like just like the abs and the stuff holding like the shirts and stuff like the premium pictures. You gotta have just a liquid death,
It's kind of genius.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of genius, but
Like,
Liquid
it's like-
Death
it's
might
not-
might
it's
get
not-
pissed. They might love it.
It's not too.
Liquid Death might get pissed because that's trademark. Like you.
Well, no,
Well, no, you
it's-
ask them first. You go to
I
Liquid
don't.
Death.
I
and be
don't
like,
think you'd
"This
have
is-
to. You'd have to
this-
ask them because we
This is what we're
You're
doing.
already sponsored by them.
we own that, right? So we own that. And if it's a paid wall, then it's a private thing. So
Yeah.
I
Liquid
don't
Death
think-
couldn't see.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
use that.
I think we'd be
and
fine
then
on
you-
legalities. Yeah.
You start like how to teach someone how to.
I wanna go
print
back-
the clothes and stuff, and it's epic idea, bro. It's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
wanna
show
go
your,
back-
you
Not
don't
bad.
show your face. You have the Liquid Death mask.
I want to go
on.
back to what Jay said about taking a Sharpie and ironing
my
on the
mind,
shirt for sure. So I know we're about to wrap this up, but
Gage.
my sturdy fitness business is starting in this year of 2023. So just want to give myself a big shout out.
Like your
so-
business, like your own.
Sturdy, yeah.
Sturdy Fitness.
Get sturdy.
Is it because you get sturdy on TikTok
Not just that, man.
at
Just
Gage
something.
Finley?
That's just something I came up with in my head, and like I just want to start a business, and I feel like I own Sturdy fucking Fitness. Man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's cool. Own it.
He
Own it.
definitely he got the energy. You know what I'm saying? That, you
He
know,
got the
for
energy.
Sure,
That's
yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
No doubt. No
But
doubt.
He was out
I'm
there.
not going to be the only one in this company. It'll be me and my beautiful native family. So
Yeah, bro.
for,
We out here.
Oh yeah, you need somebody to print that shit, bro. I'm ready to be Bobby Hundreds up in this motherfucker.
Yes,
Let's go.
sir.
Blueface is coming on towards you, Jay.
Someone had a hundreds hat on tonight. We saw they.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they bought a hat.
Yeah, they bought the 513 hat.
Yeah. So
It was actually the Bengals 513, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
yeah.
And, but they were wearing the Bobby Hundreds.
Los Angeles hat.
Los
I
Angeles
had to
hat,
school
yeah.
him on it too, bro. Like Bobby Hundreds is I'm a huge fan of his, man. He's like a mentor that doesn't know he's a mentor for me, but like I've watched all of his videos. He was actually going to law school, bro, and he was like, "This shit is so boring." And so he met this other guy in law school, and they were both wearing Jordans, bro. They were both wearing Jordans, and so they started just talking, and then they started this whole T-shirt brand while they were going to law school. And then they were like, "Well, fuck it, let's just drop out and
Let's
do
just do that.
T-shirts."
Yeah, that's cool though.
And so
Cool story.
I told that guy the story. I'll tell this and we'll wrap it up. But Bobby Hundreds. So the Hundreds is a really popular clothing brand, and they got really popular once they used the atom bomb, which is their logo. It's basically like a little time bomb with the wick coming
wick?
out of the
Yeah.
top, and it's like lit. But they got really popular when they turned that into a basketball. And he's like, I don't know what the purpose is, but once you put a basketball on something, which by the way is the exact reason why I did this
Yup.
right here. I did this because of that, because he was like, once you put a basketball on a logo, he's like, it just blows up, and then
For all
everyone
the hoopers out there.
yeah, but they haven't caught on yet, man. This thing hasn't blown up yet. But what he did was
It's like my favorite design.
he went
Yeah.
to Fred Siegel's, which was the hottest store in L.A. It was in Melrose, and it was like that place sells like T-shirts for $125, something like that. It's really overpriced, and he went in there, and he's been in there a couple times trying to sell his clothes, and so he went in and told him, hey, I'll just give you the clothes on consignment, and then as they sell, you can pay me. And the guy's like, okay, we can do that. Like there's no, there's no sweat off my back for doing that.
Yeah.
And so as soon as they got him in the store, Bobby Hundreds told all of his boys, hey, go to Fred Siegel's and buy my shirts. I'll pay you back. He paid everybody for the clothes. So they all went in and they bought the shirts for $60 or whatever, and they flew out. And so Bobby got a call the next day like, hey, bro, I don't know what happened, but like we're sold out. We need more of these. And can you get them? He's like, yeah, like we'll print more. We'll have them in stock for you. So from there, like they bought them instead of consigning them. So it's like, because they're going to make more money on it now that they bought them over consigning. Consigning, you get half, but wholesaling, you get about 75%. So it's a bigger market there. But that's how he did it, bro. Like he literally like put them in there for free. then told all of his boys, hey, go in there and buy them. You know, he had probably $2,000 set aside. He's like, I'll pay everybody back for the clothes. You know, and then they all went in there, picked them up. He paid them back, and then Fred Siegels was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
We need more.
Yeah.
You know, and so he created his own hype, bro, by doing that.
It's
And
amazing,
like that's a hustle, man.
Yeah,
I
you're
can't-
pumping the vein and just trying to get it started, get the things going and let it roll.
That's 2023
roll.
for us, man. We've held this thing in as our own product for so long. Like I've never pitched it to a coffee shop. I've never gone to a mom and pop shop and said, hey, do you want to carry our stuff? I did it one time. I did it to Rally House, and I did it to
Dick's Sporting Goods.
no, I did it to shop Local Kentucky, and both of them fucked me over. Both
Damn,
of them.
for real.
I just found out last week that Rally House is selling our
Yeah.
Native Ohio shirts. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Hold on, time out.
Yeah.
Time out. They selling native like
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
do the
yeah.
area code?
It's
and-
no, like our Ohio symbol. So it's the Ohio logo
Yeah.
with native in the middle of it. Like it's literally like a native of Ohio, which is I started the whole brand on that exact logo,
Yeah.
bro. So it's like Jesus, man. Like, you know,
Yeah, that's messed
Fuck
up.
Rally
They-
House.
we just
I want to say
we-
it's
The
fucked
shop
up.
local
Well, I already
thing is
said it
crazy too.
that shop local thing is super crazy.
That's wild.
I
yeah.
found the season. They tried sending me a cease and desist saying I'm not allowed to use area codes anymore.
What?
Yeah, I need to
We
frame.
ain't-
I need
we
to
ain't
frame
rocking
that.
with Rally House.
Frame that.
Ain't
Uh,
rocking with that energy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so Rally House is on the hit list, and so is the Kentucky shop, local Kentucky. They opened up a store in Covington, and after all this stuff happened, they got pretty much bullied out of Northern Kentucky. So
Yeah.
love you guys for sticking with Native, man. It's definitely a fight here. You know, we've been doing this thing for a long time. It's going on, 9 years now that that we've like physically been doing this Native thing. I've been doing clothing a long time, but Native is like strong 9 years, bro. So we're right there.
Amen,
It's
amen.
like- and now we're at that point where it's like people are knocking off the logo, which is flattering at one point, but it's like, I'm still in fight mode, bro. I'm still
Yeah.
in grind mode. I'm still in the minors. So it's like I haven't been called up to the majors yet. So I'm still ready to fight for my meal, bro. So if you're gonna steal my logos, I'm gonna shoot you in your pinky toe, bro.
Right. And get flagged on Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Trust me, man. The internet is a fickle motherfucker, and
Wild Wild West, bro.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Everything's about to switch over to AI though, so
Yep. I mean, we're
gotta
we're
adapt
there.
or die
We're,
with that.
Yep. We're about to see a major change in the whole entire the world going
Yeah,
forward.
for sure.
Speaking of robots and AI, before we jump out, I remember y'all was showing me them robots that was doing
Boston
doing the backflips
Dynamics,
and
yeah.
stuff. That was
So,
trippy. That was
yeah,
some
so last
shit.
Crazy. That is
crazy.
crazy.
shit.
That is like next level
That
crazy.
looked like that was some.
Last week
The
we were
robots.
talking about Boston Dynamics and how they've got a dog now. So that same company that we saw, this robot was carrying a block and he was carrying it upstairs, and then he had to jump down to another level, and then he did a backflip twist and landed and walked away off of it, which is insane. But they've got so Boston Dynamics now has police dogs that enter homes and can like de-escalate the situation. I don't know if that thing specifically has like a gun on him.
RoboCop shit.
But hey, at what point are the police not responsible anymore? You
yeah,
know what I
what-
mean?
yeah.
Like that's crazy.
the person that's controlling it by like remote and has a camera and see if they were to press the button because they're not pulling a trigger. You know what I mean? If they were to press the button and the dog shoots, who is responsible?
It's got to be the guy
not at
behind
fault.
the controller.
If it's not at fault, who is responsible for that?
The guy behind the controller.
Right.
Hopefully they got something else. They got something else in there. They can use something else other than bullets. They can use the bean bags.
like
they
bean
can
bags,
use
like
tear gas.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a million other things they can put on
Yeah.
that dog to de-escalate the situation. But
like some kind of like maybe paintball, but maybe not a paintball, something that's really hard, but I can like do some damage, or maybe
rubber
like
bullets or
taser, bro.
something?
Taser.
oh, a
knocks people
taser,
out.
shoot a man. Can you
But that
imagine
could be
dog
dangerous
just shoot a
'cause
taser
some
on you?
people- but some
Dude,
people
what if
dial
what,
taser.
what if the dog walked in the room, lifted his leg, and then his dick shot the taser out? And so it was like
Take him up down.
like the enemy was like,
Could be like, gotcha, bitch.
what is this dog doing right now? Is it about to pee on my furniture? And then it lifts its leg and it just Because you're gonna walk up to it and go, "What the hell is this thing doing?"
Next thing you know, you're in the ER. You done woke up.
How did I get here?
Yeah, what happened? I don't know. Last thing I saw, there was a dog pissing on my couch.
Right, bro.
That's Boston Dynamics. If you're listening, put the taser inside the dog's
Boston
dick.
Dynamics,
It's gonna be so much cooler, and it's gonna be so much more effective
Hey,
because these
And
people are
they
gonna
have
be like,
Boston in their name. Boston
Shout
Terrier.
out to,
Bro,
shout out to
there's no
RoboCop.
way that
Bro,
this
you
dog is
gotta-
peeing on my couch.
You gotta make sure. You
That-
gotta make sure that the dog's dick expands. All right. So like it comes out.
That's that. It's
That's
a robot.
the only fans in them.
Yeah.
The only
God.
He gonna be the next
Only
producer of
fans,
Bang
bro.
Bros and shit. Like,
He's single. He's single,
hey, what's
ladies.
that movie with what's that movie where the lady
He's
shot
single,
bullets out of
ladies.
titties and shit?
Katy Perry.
No,
it's a movie.
that
Was it like Austin Powers? or
Austin
something?
Powers.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers when they're shooting out,
Yeah,
out,
you
out
know
of
what
the
I'm
tits. Yeah.
Hey, like
The
Andrew said,
spy
I
who
might
shagged
be
me.
single, but I ain't looking for anybody, so no one hit me up.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a terrible move on that.
Yeah.
All these people watching.
Oh, he's looking. He's looking. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Hey, hold on. I didn't even get a shout out. So
Yeah, shout-
hold
Get that
up.
shout out,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Yeah. What do you
You
do?
can't, you can't leave me.
We're not leaving you.
can't
We're
leave
here.
me hanging.
Yeah.
Yo, so what's up? I'm AC. That's
AC?
another nickname.
AC.
Yeah,
Okay, you got a
that
lot of
goes
nicknames,
back.
okay.
I got a boatload.
Cool.
Right? DJ Cummy.
All right, we got to wrap this up, bro. Let's go.
Yeah,
Give your
give a
shout
shout
out.
out.
Yeah, so you can find me either here at Native a lot or the Velocity, bro. Like I'm not gonna give out my socials.
Yeah,
I keep
give
that
us,
stuff
give
to
it, give
myself.
him a little taste. Give him a little social.
Nah, I'm good. I'm
No-
good.
no social?
I'm good. I
Follow him on Facebook, Aaron Cunningham. Follow him on Facebook.
there's a bunch of Aaron Cunninghams. Welcome
Well, if
to,
you find that
the
Aaron
United
Cunningham,
States.
you found the
Yeah, if you find
the
me,
real
it's,
Aaron
it's,
Cunningham. Please stand up. With
Right.
Deuces.
But I-
yeah, but it's so I mean, sure. If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, yeah, it's just Aaron Cunningham. It's just me at Washington.
Yeah,
So that's me in front of the Capitol. But yeah,
living your best life. That's cool though.
Yeah, but
You can find him at Velocity, trying to catch overnight.
Dan, were you over there when all those kids got busted from Newport Cath?
No.
No.
Oh no,
No, I wasn't over there. But
man, so much happens in
with the
Levy.
whole, I mean,
What a life.
I'm a ex-guard though, so I was, during that whole terrorist thing on the Capitol and stuff, we all had to be sent down there and stuff.
Oh, that's crazy.
So,
That's super cool.
But we were all armed with ARs, but no clips. So
You were just
we were just holding a gun, making it look like, hey,
to
just
make
in
you
case
look.
But I don't want to say. I'll keep that for something else. I don't wanna put
That's
that on
probably
here.
most interesting you said all podcast. Honestly,
Right?
there you go.
Yeah.
He gives him a gem at the end. I mean, you did something very interesting. So there you go.
Yeah, a little inside
insight.
knowledge.
Inside scoop. Bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Little
Like I said,
insider edition.
He's
Yeah.
single, ladies.
Shut up.
Yep.
All right, everybody.
Bro, stay away from me.
This
All
is
right,
this
man.
is gonna wrap up
Yep.
another episode of the
PowWow.
PowWow. I love
Yes,
you
sir.
guys. Appreciate you for coming in. We're gonna give the shout out to Blocks today.
Yep.
It's a local frozen liquor that you can buy at Party Source right down there. So they've got a bunch of different flavors. This one's strawberry and lemon lime, and they've got different packs. It comes in like a 4-pack or something. But you
Looks like Jell-O.
you throw them right in your. That doesn't look like Jello.
It's
bro.
like the packaging.
Oh, gotcha.
It
Yeah,
looks
It
like
doesn't-
it's
yeah,
it's
like
like a
you're-
shot now.
No, it's a
You're-
shot. It looks.
like a
It's
You're
shot.
making
It's
it
a whole
sound
shot
gross.
now.
huh?
no. It's. I mean, it's pretty solid.
Go ahead and take that shot, Drew. Go ahead and take it.
throw
Go
it
ahead.
back one time.
Go ahead,
Drew.
throw it back, Drew. Throw
Oh,
it back.
No, hold on, pause.
Throw it back, Drew.
Cool
What
packaging.
you want to drink it?
Go ahead, throw it back. Y'all throw it back.
You got it, bro.
No, he don't. He's under 21, bro. You got to quit getting me in trouble, bro.
But yeah, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of PowWow. We out here.
All
We out
right,
here.
man. Love
Yeah,
you guys.
we
We'll
like to have
see
a
you
good
next
time.
week.
Later. Stay
Later.
warm.
Bye.
Be safe. Peace.
Peace out, Bussies. Women, stay away from me.
Yeah.